You about obesity. This is a national crisis, and although obesity is on the rise throughout the entire world, the United States is the only country that has reached 30% of its population considered obese. Obesity is indiscriminate. It affects us all, men, women, black, white, young and old. The numbers are not just alarming, but staggering. Although the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, nearly 2/3 of adults in the United States are overweight, while 30.5% are obese. 16.3% of our children and adolescents are considered obese. If we do not change, we are risking disease and death, not only for ourselves, but also for our children. Obesity increases the risk of numerous diseases and health risks. According to the Center of Disease Control, 80% of all type 2 diabetes and 70% of cardiovascular disease is related to obesity in adults. 26% of all obese adults do have hypertension. As far as children, 60% of obese children show at least one risk factor associated with heart disease. 80% of all children diagnosed with type 2 diabetes are considered obese. According to the Center of Disease Control, what are the direct and indirect costs of this? The direct cost of obesity for adults in 2000 was $117 billion, and the total cost of obesity in children was $127 million. The purpose of this speech is to educate families how to reverse the obesity epidemic. The two main weapons we have to combat this epidemic are nutrition and exercise. I am receiving my associate's degree in sports medicine and fitness technology at the end of May of 2009, and I am an ACE certified personal trainer. More importantly, I am also a parent. First, our nutritional habits. Our nutritional habits have to change. We no longer plan our meals. Rather, we decide on our nutritional needs by watching television. Whoppers and fries have replaced chicken and vegetables. To make one fast food better than another, we supersize it. Soda has replaced juice, cookies instead of fruit, and donuts instead of oatmeal. We are no longer concerned with the nutritional value of our food, only with how fast we can get it. Domino's Pizza, 30 minutes or less. Can't barbecue a chicken that fast. Not only are we hurting ourselves, but look at the damage we do to our children. We need to stop and think. So how do we educate ourselves in proper nutrition? Here are some tips to begin with. Make half your grains whole. Choose whole grain foods such as wheat bread, oatmeal, brown rice, and low-fat popcorn. Vary your vegetables. Go dark green and orange. Eat spinach, broccoli, carrots, and sweet potatoes. Focus on fruits. Eat them at meals and as snacks too. Go easy on fruit juice. It is better to eat your fruit than to drink it. Go lean with protein. Eat lean meat, chicken, turkey, and fish, as well as more legumes. Get your oils from fish, nuts, and liquid oils such as soybean, canola, and most importantly, olive oil. Lastly, choose food and beverages that do not have hidden sugars and caloric sweeteners as one of their ingredients. Added sugars contribute calories with little or no nutritional value. For example, one 12-ounce can of soda contains the equivalent of 10 teaspoons of sugar. Think about that. Our children are eating worse than ever. We as adult role models are failing. We would not think of giving a child a cigarette to smoke, but we think nothing about taking them for a bag of fat-laden fast food. We must take the time to teach our children about nutrition. This is why, as a family, we should make it a point to sit and eat together at least one meal a day. Not only will it be a good family bonding experience, but also a good time to educate each other on good nutrition. Also, get your children involved in meal planning. Discuss healthy menu ideas. Then go grocery shopping together and read the nutritional labels. It may surprise you to learn how much children will enjoy the adventure and compete to find the most nutritional items. By teaching your children healthy dietary habits, now you will be helping them make healthy lifestyle choices in the future. Most people today have hectic lifestyles, that finding time for exercise is so difficult. The hardest part is getting started. My exercise prescription for this sedentary, time-challenged individual is simple: walk. It costs very little for equipment, an inexpensive pedometer, and a pair of running shoes. How much should you walk? 10,000 steps a day should be your goal. If you walk 10,000 steps a day, you will lose the equivalent of 500 calories per day. Multiply that by 7 times a week, that's 3,500 calories, which is equivalent to losing 1 pound of fat a week. Start your first days just walking. Walk your normal amount. Say most people walk 4,000 to 6,000 steps a day. Well, if you walk 4,000, make it your goal to walk 500 more steps a day until you reach 10,000. How do you do that? Easy. Park in the furthest parking spot in a parking lot. Walk to the building. Take the stairs instead of an elevator. Take a walk after a meal with your children. Or how about walking the dog or mowing the lawn with a push mower? It all adds up very quickly. Our children are becoming more and more sedentary. Between television, video games, and the additional demands of schoolwork, physical activity has taken a back seat. This has to change, and as a parent, it is your responsibility to make this happen. The most natural idea is to go for a walk after dinner. Take the time to play catch or frisbee with them. If video games are holding them back, buy a Wii system by Nintendo. They have many games that require the players to physically move while playing the games. I have personally played these games with my children, and trust me, they are exercise. The main thing is to get them moving. 30 minutes of activity is recommended, but 60 minutes a day will assure their physical health, and yours also. The beauty of it is it can be done in 10 to 30-minute increments. Once you get them started, your children will easily adapt to exercise and sport. According to David Ludwig, MD and PhD, the director of the Optimal Weight for Life program at Children's Hospital in Boston, claims there is no alternative to a parent cooking a dinner and eating it together with his or her children and taking them outside to play. The answer to the obesity problem is very simple. We need to return to the more traditional ways of eating, exercising, and being with our families. If we truly want to beat obesity, then we have to make a stand. This epidemic can be reversed, but it takes work. It is time to stop making excuses. We have to change our ways. We owe it to our children. If we do not stop childhood obesity, we could become the first generation that outlives our children. And remember, our children are our future. I beg you to stop it now so that we do not outlive our future. Thank you very much. Like how much over?